All right. Map number 3, CAZ eSports versus CSGO 2X. I'm Laser Jesus. This Hano. And this is RGN. And we finally have a knife round. Moving on to Inferno. If you're wondering why it is in this bracket, I was just explained to it, and there's different rules for the European and NA side. I don't understand it. I hate this map, Charles. What do you think?
Yeah, not a big fan. But we gotta deal with it. So let's deal with it. Things that are gonna go in the favor of CAZ eSports. They're good at playing passive. Inferno is definitely a map that you want to play passive on. It doesn't rely too much on aim duels, which I think that starting in the second half, CAZ was starting to win a lot of the aim duels. But CSGO 2X, they seem to be, prior to that, they were winning a lot of the aim duels as well. But mid-round decisions were going to go in the favor of 2X, and that's important on Inferno too. So I think this might be pretty even. Don't know the team specifically, but I think this will be a close one.
And from what we can draw on the past two maps, I'd say 2X has the edge based upon, as we keep highlighting, the decision-making mid-round when the odd numbers are there. On Inferno, whoa, excuse me. On Inferno, I feel like that's probably the most important map in the rotation to be able to do that. Maybe even, I guess I could say like Dust 2. Where if you're able to shift your numbers accordingly and like rotate the CTs to your liking, I think CSGO 2X is going to have the edge here on Inferno, but it's really hard to say before you've seen a couple gun rounds come through.
Absolutely. So we are going to have 2X start on the CT side, Downey with an HE as well as the kit. You know, the T side we only have 2 flashes, so that might do something fast towards mid. Probably take brackets control, but look at the CTs, 3 of them towards banana. They're going to get aggressive.
Very aggressive. They might even push through. Fetch, quicks, as well as dominate. Edging their way up, and I think CAZ, they're going to fall back towards banana, and both teams just collide, and CSGO 2X runs through CAZ. Damn, that was fast. The round just exploded.
Super unfortunate for CAZ to get cut off like that. CSGO 2X takes a gamble by pushing down banana with the information that they had, and they made the correct choice. So CAZ, question is, did they buy up here? We've seen them play pretty passive before, but they don't actually force up, and that's going to be the case here. No armor buys, just a couple pistols, a deagle, a CZ, and 1 flash and a smoke for Rom. Let's see where he's going to actually take that utility and put it to use. CTs decide to go for 3 SMGs and 2 M4s. No bomb plant, so CAZ isn't going to buy the next round either. They're going to wait until the 4th round to purchase some rifles here.
Yeah, so when you go for that, obviously the objective is to just keep your opponent's economy low, potentially bolster your own with a bomb plant.
If they do get a bomb plant, they might decide to buy, but I doubt it, knowing that CAZ has been playing pretty safe.
Now, what's that? 19 plus 800. Yeah, they could. Still a matter of
how many
if.
kills they get and what guns they get, I suppose.
So when's CAZ going to execute in towards B here? We have quicks and fetch. Nobody with a nade, so it's one less thing that CAZ has to worry about. Maybe shifting back towards the A side, though. Over here, Zende dominate as well as Downey. Zende begins to fall off a mid while the execute begins. This is probably best case scenario for CAZ, but they just got to get the kills, unfortunately for them. They are getting shredded. And yeah, that's the round.
That is the round. A lot of money for the CTs. You need a lot of money because the utility on this map is so important when you do retakes as well as holding things. You want to buy as many smokes as possible. Smoke off those choke points. Grind down the time for the T's to execute with maybe like 30 seconds left or so.
Yeah, that's Inferno. Hopefully, God, I said hopefully. Hopefully we don't see that kind of play, but if you don't see that kind of play, like Inferno's not being played right. So, this map leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I hope it's abolished forever. Screw the changes, Charles.
I'm not a big fan of it either, just because there's not a lot of difference in how teams approach the map, so.
Where's this nade stack gonna be for? It looks like they want to nade just around the corner for anybody peeking. They don't connect onto anybody, and that's a decent tell over to the CSGO 2X side, who now will have to deal with P250s and Glocks. Little mix of weapons, and now CAZ will fall back, and this is what you don't want to see on an eco round. Once your initial plan goes wrong and there's no contingency, all that's waiting for you is death. 100%.
Fire squad, that's for sure. Only one death after getting 3 kills for Quicks. It's not too bad, so they're gonna have a lot of money still. T side finally picking up, and this is the question I was gonna ask: is Smoothie made such a big impact on CT side last time on both cash and overpass? What is he gonna be able to do with the op on T side Inferno? It'll be interesting to see how he approaches this, because he has been making a big impact on these guys winning these rounds. And then Downey actually keeping the SMG as well, so that's another weird one.
And Zendy keeping the ump. It's 2 SMGs on board for CSGO 2X. Generally, when you see these kind of plays, you'll also see some aggression following it to make up for the lack of weaponry. And they go 1 for 1, not bad at all considering he traded SMG for the AK of Jest. Some more nades coming through. What looks to be an active CT side defense following the first couple rounds won by CSGO 2X. CAZ, despite going 1 for 1, I don't think that's going to change their plan at all. As they will slowly take on, get that banana control. One man, that's ZNF, now will slowly creep into apartments and take apartments control. So what I'm seeing so far is just a pretty standard approach from CAZ on the T side, which I think is necessary on Inferno.
Getting banana control, getting apartments control, and then executing. They deal with this guy truck side though. Perfect setup for the CTs. One person in arch, one person in sight, one towards balcony pit area. And a flash for his teammate arch so that he can peek out and go towards the library. 40 seconds left. CTs have a molly. That's the apartment player. He has it in his hands. So you'll use that to stop some sort of an execute from the T side. Maybe Smoothie will lead the way with the op. Let's see what he's doing here.
If they're trying to fake with this B guy, he's got to make his move like right now. Quicks has shifted over from the A side. That's going to leave Arch a little bit more vulnerable. Zendy thinking about peeking it after falling out of his position towards the porch side. Rom has been doing an excellent job faking towards B, but an even better job by Zendy peeking into the Arch side, grabbing himself an AK. Yeah, looks like he wants to keep the UMP, and what is this from CAZ? I just can't fathom the save.
I'm not sure. I guess they were really dependent on that one player arch side getting the kill on the guy Moto. And if they got the kill, then they were going to execute. I understand that they were going to have the guy banana fake over to try to pull the arch player off. And then from there, Smoothie was actually going to try to get a pick into pit. If they made the mistake, if the CTs made the mistake of rotating too early out of pit and they pick up that kill, then they can take truck side and plant the bomb. It's just that CSGO 2X didn't fall for it and they didn't rotate the way that CAZ wanted them to rotate. So they're going to have the op, 2 AKs, and they're going to force Tech-9s and the 2 players. I think that's the only choice here, is that when you have the 3 guns, there's no use of just having them sit back with the rest of the team as their blocks. So I do like that decision.
Force by from CAZ. Probably 100%. Of course, they saved their weapons the round previous. But this is a big one. If you're going to force buy here into your opponent's economy that is already set, if there's no chance of resetting them for CSGO 2X, it doesn't necessarily mean desperation from CAZ, but with the weapons that they had saved, it's more probable that they will go for the buy. As CAZ haven't necessarily taken banana control. They do have somebody peeking it. Also have already taken apartments control, so they will begin to execute onto this A bomb site. Just on Inferno, it's so difficult to have like precise executes onto this A bomb site and have everything go right just based upon the way arch side and porch side operates. Is Ende still with his UMP? At what point do you put it down? He will get punished for it. Smoothie with the AWP. Downey to pick up the slack, as well as Quicks peeking out from library. Both players at the arch side will buckle. Downey able to collect a frag, dominate with another. CAZ splitting out of this bomb site. Only have one more player to deal with, but Downey hanging on. No, won't get the kill onto Rom, so just fetched here. He's got the HP to go for it. He will. Just trying to keep that economy low, but CAZ losing 2 players, it's not like their economy will grow much, or they won't have much of a base.
Considering what they started with, I think they did a fantastic job. So you're right, the money situation isn't the best, but with what they had, I'm sure they're extremely happy to pick up that round. But Smuya leading the way with the op. I would have predicted CSGO 2X to actually pick up an op themselves to stop letting Smuya have so much freedom with the op, just walking up mid, going for the picks. You need to stop him somehow, and I understand that you can do that with smokes for a long period of time, but you need to slow things down. Quick's getting super aggressive with the rest of his team. With his 3 players towards man, they're going to smoke it off and do a lot of damage onto Smuya, down to 10 HP. So Rom gets taken down early. 4v5 situation in favor of the CTs. And they have plenty of utility. Zende landing the nade on a Smuya 5v3. What left? The T's have 0 banana control, 0 mid control. The only thing they have at this point is apartments. So the CTs can just leave 2 players at banana and rotate off. If the
I don't
players
think
at
CAZ
banana,
is going to budge.
You think they're just going to save again?
I mean, based upon their previous decisions.
Might, yeah. It's too bad because if they would have won this round, they would have really F2X for their money too, but it is what it is. They're going to go back towards banana here, try to retake this, but they're going to run into 2 CTs. Quicks has another smoke. It's another 15 seconds off the clock, unless they push through it, of course. 45 seconds left, 30 seconds to execute. And when they're this far down at the bottom of banana, that CT player should be able to rotate in time.
Yeah, I just don't see a way. CAZ come back into this one unless Pop Flash comes through, but nobody checks Quick's position, and he will get the 4K. Man, you gotta check your corners, Charles.
That is a brutal one, but this is Inferno. You just sit and watch smokes the whole time. T side, they don't have a whole lot. And the other thing is how hard it is to eco somebody on Inferno. Like, what options do you have?
On the T side, if you just go for a raw Glock save, like you don't win ever.
It's so hard because every time you go into something, they're just choke points. And it's hard to get the bomb down for money because, again, choke points.
Should we go to choke point 1, 2, or 3? I mean, you got banana, you got mid, you got apartments. So, like, where do you want to get sprayed down and massacred? CAZ are going to go for the force buy, though, and this is a ballsy play. Not necessarily the wrong move, but they're going against an economy that is decently equipped. They go 2 for 1 towards banana. That's going to be the bomb site. The first rotator quite far away. It'll be Zendi. What is stopping CAZ? It looks like they will wait for the smoke to at least cover the cross.
Proving us wrong, man. Absolutely proving us wrong here.
I'm looking at ZNF. Down in an incredible pickup from CAZ. Smuya. That play was nice.
I guess that's one way to lose the round, is that if you get aggressive banana and give up 2 guns and the bomb site, you have to deal as a CT team. You have to deal with 2 rifles and a 3v3 situation trying to execute.
Banana still a smoke up. No tap just yet. Somebody's got to get on the bomb. Downey gonna cover himself from the old generator position. Has to jump up. He will. But Smuya still undiscovered. He's towards banana. Smuya onto the bomber. That's gonna be the round in an incredible pickup from CAZ. Smuya. That play was nice.
I guess that's one way to lose the round, is that if you get aggressive banana and give up 2 guns and the bomb site, you have to deal as a CT team. You have to deal with 2 rifles and a 3v3 situation trying to execute. So they're able to hold the bomb site down. Sumuya comes up with a big 1v2 at the very end there. Fantastic job for them. Maybe too much aggression from 2X, especially in an eco round. Again, we're going to have the op. No op for the CTs, and they're pretty low on money. If CAZ can capitalize on this, it looks like it'll get probably the 4th round as well. Maybe even the 5th, as the CTs will have to try to double save. The op coming in clutch, getting the kill on the quicks. Let's see if the CTs will actually rotate somebody over towards banana or just stick with the standard 1-3.
Kind of an ugly round from 2X towards banana. First, it was a missed nade, and then into a peek without an op, into an opper that was posted up at banana. That nade probably designed to force the opper off of banana. But if it misses, well, not much reason. 2X down a man will play 3 towards A. There's the ump out again. Really liking these umps is 2X. And this round's so important for both teams. I mean, if CSGO 2X lose it, they don't have any money in the reserve, as well as CAZ, who would be looking potentially at a double save upon losing it. Zende inside of the closet. He does have his teammate making a bit of noise towards the art side. Oh, the upper, and another one. Jess gets caught looking the other way. Zende looking for his 3rd. Now Downey will peek out from the arch side as well. I think there's an opera here. You gotta hit that one. Rom will fall. And now CAZ likely gonna lose the round. No loss bonus. I mean, 1,400 across the players. You might be looking at a double save unless you get a bomb plant.
I hit him by the balls here with this round. 45 situation starting things off. But that beautiful bait towards Art's side allows that closet player to get 2 kills. Big play. That's what you need to do if you're down or you're at a disadvantage and you need to make a big play. That's when to do it. ZNF, 8 seconds left. Just an M4 running with the Tech 9, looking to get this kill on this Inferno player. Doesn't land the shot. Downey takes him down. What a play from the CTs. That was fantastic. I love that little bait towards Arch. One person playing Moto, one playing Trash. Shooting a few bullets to recognize or force the T's to realize that he's Moto. And then this Trash player will just peek on out. I've seen Luminosity and Temple Storm do that multiple times. A little bait and switch. Comes up big. 6-2 now. CAZ. They are going to force up, knowing that the CT's low on cash. They did it before. If they can do it again, they can force the CTs to save.
It's just if they can get it done here on force buy with just pistols. Inferno, maybe if you can get out of the apartment, then the pistols become really dangerous with this kind of strat. With losing your mid player for CAZ, that's I don't know how they can get out of the apartments here safely without just losing way too many people. We have Dominate up top, Downey below. First player to fall, Smooya down. Dominate will fall back inside of the pit, but yeah, no chance for a bomb plant. ZNF actually gets 2, make that 3. He's still got 100 HP too, but the bomb down inside of the pit. First player to engage, almost brings down Zendy down to just 2. But still, I think that's a double save for CAZ. Well, they just forced, so obviously.
It'll add up in the end, that's for sure. And ZNF coming up with a lot of kills with the CZ. Beautiful shots. CZ is so hard to use, especially if you're not like clotheslining somebody, so phenomenal aim for him. I do like that weapon on my eco rounds. But CTs, you're going to decide to go with the 5 rifles once again. I am curious to see if they're going to pick up the op to deal with Smoody, because Smoody continues to get picks. So again, look at the nades and clicks.
That was so well timed. That was pretty. YNC able to battle back with 2 of his frags. Banana, that's his second and third frag of the match, actually, coming in with the P250. It's very minute damage done by CAZ. Definitely not negligible, though. I think CAZ need like 5 or 6, and that's looking like a lot at this point.
I was just about to mention, I don't think they need to worry about it. It's just because, like, we've seen CAZ be so poor on their T sides, and then on their CT sides, they've been doing phenomenal. So I don't know. I have to disagree, because I think their CT sides have been just great. So if you bet on CAZ, I wouldn't be afraid right now. I'd say that you need at least 3, especially if they lose pistol. But look at the aggression coming out of the CT side. That's not something you want to see on the T side. Is as soon as you come up with some sort of a strat saying, we're really going to get him this time, and they just full on rush you, and now you got to save once again, that's trouble.
Woo! That one was pretty. Jasp looking for another man watching the flank. Zende towards Banana. Jasp still suspicious that somebody could be at his back. Definitely not wrong. Collects the bomb, falls back. Downey just looking to play off of timing. He's just behind the pot. But, oh, Jasp, he's wise to it, and now he's going to book it to A. And I might even favor him here. I definitely favor him here. Zende, he's very low on HP, where Jasp still has an incendiary in hand. Zende, how does he approach this? Bomb has gone down. Jasp taking position inside of the pit. Zende doesn't know whether he went towards middle or inside of the pit. He's even looking towards apartment, so Zende really has no idea where this remaining player is, and Jasp finds the takeaway. CSGO 2X threw that round away. I mean, they donated it.
That was absolutely huge for them. Now the CTs don't have a whole lot of money. $2,800 sitting on one player, $3,800 on another. 19, only 2 players have a lot of money. So the question is, are they going to decide to force here to reset the cash to the T side? Looks like they're just going to go... They are going to. They're going to force up. We have a P90 sitting on ROM, a Tech 9 sitting on YNC, but again, CAZ showing off their pistols have been working. Their gun rounds have been slacking. Nice kill with YNC, pushing up with the Tech 9. Beautiful headshot onto him. One person left in Banana. He needs to take control of construction. He can't die here.
Doesn't look like he will, but he doesn't get any frags either. Has a chance here. The movement tricky from YNC, but Zende is there. Still no bomb plant and a flank en route. 2 players just about to peek out from the garden area as the incendiary will extinguish. Yep, no plan allowed just yet. Smooya on to Quicks. Response by Zende, who now peeks out into the oranges. Onto Smooya as well. ZNF. He's got to win this round for his squad. Otherwise, that economy is ruined, and your next half is going to be so difficult. But he's got 3 players to fight against. Collects the bomb. No chance at a plant. No, he has to frag out. Get at least 2 before he could safely plant that bomb. But CSGO 2X, they are not peeking at all. Waiting for those clicks, waiting for a potential click from ZNF. ZNF will, and he tries to book it towards Banana. But Dominate is there with the kill. So, that will be, how many is that? 10? 9? 9 for CSGO 2X. But the big deal is the economy is ruined for CAZ. And do you really want to double save here? You might argue for a force buy. They've done the force buy here mathematically before, so I expect them to go with it again. But you were saying you disagreed. I think it does matter that CAZ at least gets like 4 or 5, because even if they have a stellar spree on gun rounds, they need a pistol buffer.
They do. Pistol buffer is big, but to talk about like the force here, I guess, a different subject. So we kind of have opposing opinions. But what do you think about the buy here? They've been pretty successful with their pistols. I think they might be able to do it again.
I think you have to, because you can't donate 2 more rounds over towards the CSGO 2X side, even though your chance this round might not be the greatest, and they get wrecked coming into the A-bomb site, just ROM left. But the argument is, do you try to win out these rounds, or do you try to maximize your chances to win maximum 2 based upon the score count? And even though it didn't work out, I think that was the right play from CAZ.
Sure, I completely agree. And it's almost like CAZ has some like curse on them. As soon as they get guns in their hands, they just can't win rounds. I don't know, it's pretty
The
nuts.
caster's curse. Did I break you, Charles?
Clever. That was clever.
Don't worry, I'll cringe for you guys, chat. I'll hold that one.
I was like, how? That's actually funny. I gave you like a courtesy laugh, and then I was like, wait, no, that was funny. so I laughed.
All right. Well, that round didn't matter. CAZ just get ruined at Banana. And 1 round, we'll have AKs. No ops on board. And CSGO 2, like, we're talking about CAZ's CT side and how that seems to be their main moneymaker. But CSGO 2X also, with their mid-round and late-round decision-making, like, say the CAZ or CSGO goes 1 for 1 on their T side. I give them the round majority of the time in that situation, based upon how I've seen them like gyrate on their T side.
Quick spit. Look at the aggression from these guys. Time and time again into the 3rd map. They've been aggressive the whole day. Zenda gets another kill. Dominate picks up one on the ZNF. Jesp and YNC, the last 2 players left alive. But they have 0 control of the map right now. Just so much aggression, and I feel like they just keep changing the tempo back and forth, and it's the correct time to do it. As soon as the T's think that they have some sort of a strat to pull out.
You have a monster in your house, Charles?
Somebody was coming down the stairs. I live in an old log cabin, so everything's squeaky.
Every time I hear that, it sounds like you're falling, or like you just collapsed on top of your desk or something like that.
Nah, just lad brother. I live with my brother and my girlfriend, so. And he comes on the stairs, he's like, I weigh 600 pounds, even though he's like above 50.
Right. You should have a shift key, IRL.
So you don't think that they can come back? Like, I know the pistol is a good buffer, but I still feel like because the way CAZ is playing their CT sides, there might be an opportunity for them to really bring this back. It's hard, absolutely, but
there's always the potential for the shutout on Inferno on the CT side, but like the beginning of the map or half has to go right, and the way CSGO 2X has been showing on their T side, say again if they go 1 for 1 in picks, like CSGO 2X gets a pick opening and then somebody gets traded off and then everything goes silent, I give CSGO 2X the advantage. I give them the ability to like dictate where CAZ won't be and where the better site is to take, because we saw that on our previous 2 maps. And I just don't think CAZ's rotation, wherever the B to A player, like the CT spawn guy, the first rotator is on CAZ, better be on point, because I think that's what CSGO 2X will be able to exploit, and at minimum get 4 rounds, even if they lose pistol.
Mid-round decisions will come into play here. I got some dogs for CAZ real quick. They're hounds, man, they're hounds.
Was that a husky?
Not bloodhounds.
Oh, those are alien dogs, much like Chihuahuas. If you have those kind of dogs, I may judge you. I'm sorry. Here we go. 2x. This is map number 3 if you're just joining us. Both teams have taken one map, but 2x here on Inferno off to a fantastic start. Moving on to the less favored side, but with 12, surely they'll be able to end this. Charles and I disagree here. I don't think CAZ has any chance to come back, but they may. Maybe they win pistol. Maybe they win the first gun round, develop a big bang. That's what they're hoping for. But if CSGO 2x win this pistol round and avoid the force buy, that has got to be the end. And you know what? They're just going to go with the B play. A little spotting done by Jess. Just makes a little bit of noise, just peppering down Banana, but then he immediately falls back to the spools. And since 2 players aren't here from CAZ, if CSGO 2x do take this entry frag and get this bomb site, that's got to be the round. Jess, if you're the single player inside of Banana, you have to hang on to construction. And he failed at that. That's probably the round.
Way this just happened, man. Like, what a poor setup for the CTs.
You're just mad because you're wrong, Charles.
It's insane.
I disagree with it too, but it's like, it's one of those strats. If it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't work, you look like a damn fool because you went for that hard of a read.
But why did you need to gamble? Like, this is my thing. If you're gonna gamble that hard, you better make sure that CT player is spotting, and if he sees one person, you're rotating somebody right over. Because if he gets taken down, when he was playing spools out of all places, spools. I guess if you're gonna play one there, it's not that bad of a spot because you can fall back construction. But they pushed him construction. If you're gonna try to retake when you have 0 utility, because of course it's pistol round. If you're gonna try to retake Banana like that, there's no way. Absolutely no way.
Yeah, I don't know. If the beginning goes wrong, like that's pretty much the round. You can't rely on the retake. Oh, the totem pole! ZNF and ROM. I suppose that's 6 letters total. Just make the totem pole happen. They do bring down quicks, but that's it. And now trying to hang on to the flank. This is a force buyout from CAZ. Smooya, the only guy not gonna force buy. But by doing that, you're saving to win out on the CT side. It's kind of an old school approach, Charles.
Let's see what's gonna happen. 14-3. You might be right. This is just there's not enough rounds. I will tell you that you were right. It's just there wasn't enough rounds if they lose pistol for wiggle room, and that's exactly what happened. So
Smooya still believes though, because he's saving for the op on the final round. He's thinking we're gonna win out. That's what that buy means. I mean, he didn't buy with the rest of his teammates in the last round, so he believes. I don't know if I believe though. I mean, never doubt self-confidence. Self-doubt, the most crippling affliction.
I suppose Inferno would be one of them.
Yeah. I mean, this maybe train. I mean, more so old train, of course.
You nuke. Yeppa.
Oh yeah, I haven't got to cast any nuke yet. That's why I'm mad at our rule set. Like, this would have been nuke if it was in the rotation.
I had to cast it for the minor, and it was miserable.
Why's that? I love casting that nuke.
I thought I would, and then I hit it. But look at the CTs picking up some kills. I don't know, totally for the game for my hatred of casting nuke. Try casting nuke with all the new spots and stuff, and like analyzing it. When teams, I guess in a caster's perspective, a play-by-play wouldn't have been that bad. But doing it like analysis when teams literally just came out and it was Winter Fox versus somebody for the minor, and it's like there was zero spots. It was just the old school. There was nothing new, nothing unique. Analyzing teams that have developed a little bit would have been better, but
you get quoted from like the first nuke match. Oh god. So this is it here. CAZ, they have 12 rounds in a row to win just to stay alive. Just to bring it into overtime. That is a terrible start. Smooya, he's been saving for his off the last 2 rounds, only to get met by an insta-dink from the AK. That's the worst feeling in the world if you're an opera, but a good one for Rom. As he's able to bring down 2 towards the Banana side. Quicks out onto YNC. He makes his way out of apartments, and that is a very devastating loss for the CAZ side. Probably the round with it. Quicks, no, goes down to Jesp. See where CSGO 2x want to bring this. It looks like it will be towards the A side. Now that the bomb is coming out of apartments, maybe Jesp can stay alive though. Pop flash out outside will indicate to 2x. That Jesp is in this position, just about to get flanked by Zende. Okay, we'll bring him down, getting a little awkward there, but does finish off the kill. Probably wanted to ensure that his teammate wasn't in the area, but it's Rom with just 15 HP. Gonna go ahead and drop a flash in spawn. And Charles, is that a fake flash? Or like, what is that for?
Dude. I don't think it's a fake flash. I think it's just flashing. I don't know, maybe. If I had to guess, yes.
I just don't know what that flash was for. Anyways, Rom
Neither.
trying to approach.
I do want to mention, I think Jesp, in the calculated risk perspective, he needed to get pit there, but let's see if Rom can capitalize on the 2v1.
Yeah, I'm just making his way into the site. Downey does hear him, and yeah, probably gonna get dropped in just a second here. There it is, Downey onto Rom, and just for a brief second here, what the hell was that flash? Like, it's almost like a flash where he'd flash towards CT if he was rotating from Banana and just bombed it over to make it look like he was there. So like a fake flash, because otherwise I just don't get it.
I'm not positive. Like, I don't know. I was more focused on Jesp. Like, in a 2v2 situation, you have 0 truck control and you're just going to hold Arch. I don't think that it's worth it to try to retake in a 2v2 when they have the bomb plant down. I think it's worth the calculated risk to just go ahead and get truck side control, try to get into pit or try to get into site. But just holding moto like that, I'm just not a big fan. But, yeah. 2v1 for 2x. They do pick up this best of 3 against CAZ.
Yeah, congrats over to CSGO 2x. We do have a match coming up in, I think, about 2 hours or so here at RGN. So for Charles, Hano, or at Hano CS, at LaserJesus, at GoRGN TV, of course, I got to plug all the Twitters. Follow away. I would surely appreciate it. But for all of us here, have a good day or night, depending on where you're at, and stay tuned for our NA match.